News on MCTV.
And joining us on video conference tonight to celebrate the auspicious festivities of the Chinese New Year, where members of the Chinese community across the world welcome 2022 Year of the Tiger, is Chinese Ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago, His Excellency Fang Qiu. Your Excellency, thank you so much for joining us this evening on MCTV News. It is indeed an honor to have you with us, and I would like to first wish you and the Chinese community a happy, healthy and prosperous New Year in the Year of the Tiger. Once again, welcome.
Thank you, Chinelle, for having me tonight. So on behalf of the Chinese government and Chinese people, I would like to extend the best wishes and the warm greetings to the government and the people of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you so much.
新年好。
Your Excellency, I would love for you to begin by telling us a little bit about the Chinese New Year and, of course, the history behind it.
Oh yeah, the Chinese New Year, also known as the Spring Festival, is the most traditional and the most prominent festival of the Chinese people, dating back to 2600 BC. So it starts as an annual worship ceremony where the ancients honored deities and ancestors. Now it becomes a time for people to enjoy family reunion, traditional celebrations, and festival relaxations. So each Chinese New Year is named after a specific Chinese zodiac animal, which is associated with unique characteristics and special significance. So this year is the Year of the Tiger. So in Chinese culture, tiger symbolizes bravery, ambition, and strength. So I firmly believe and sincerely wish that with all the courage and strength, we would overcome difficulties and challenges and embrace a brighter future.
Your Excellency, tell us a little bit more about how exactly the New Year is indeed celebrated in China.
Yes, thank you. Chinese New Year is celebrated around the world with well-observed traditions that embody prosperity, abundance, and togetherness. So the celebration usually starts from the 23rd of the 12th lunar month, which is called Minor New Year. So the Chinese people will pay tribute to the kitchen god, sweep the dust off, prepare an abundance of seasonal food, and decorate the household with lucky tokens like cupcakes just behind my bed, and paper cards and lanterns. So in doing so, people are able to savor the memories of the past while looking forward to the future. So the most desirable moment for the Chinese people is family gathering for the New Year Eve's dinner. No matter how far away, people will travel all the way back home, which causes the biggest yearly migration of human beings on Earth. So a spring festival travel rush. So this year, it's estimated that 1.1 billion people will travel during this festival holiday, which means nearly 13 million people traveling per day. So thanks to China's high-speed railway network and a well-established expressway system, also thanks to China's well-managed control of the pandemic, they will get home safe and sound. Usually the kids will receive the lucky money in a red envelope from their parents and the grandparents. So people usually stay up late on New Year's Eve, namely 守岁 in Chinese, as it's thought to add on to the family's prosperity. This year's Spring Festival will be a special one, as Beijing, the first dual Olympic city, will be hosting the Winter Olympic Games during the Spring Festival. So Beijing is ready and will present the world a streamlined, safe, and splendid Winter Olympic Games. I was heartened to know that TT returned to the Winter Olympic Games after 20 years. So good luck and my best wishes to TT's bobsled team.
And Your
Yes.
Excellency, do you have anything planned for Trinidad and Tobago?
Unfortunately, owing to the pandemic, public celebrations of the Spring Festival in TT has to be put on hold for the time being. The embassy this year held an online celebration event with cultural performers from China. Many friends in TT joined us and enjoyed this event. So I hope next Spring Festival we will see some physical celebrations in the streets like dragon and lion dances and the parades. The embassy will take part and maybe will hold a grand reception. I do welcome TT friends to join us, try some traditional Chinese food, feel the Chinese culture by themselves. So I know that day will not be far away.
And Your Excellency, moving a little bit away from the festivities, how would you say the development of the Chinese community has been over the past few years in Trinidad?
Yeah, this year marks the 216th anniversary of the arrival of the Chinese in TT. As the Chinese ambassador to TT, I'm very proud of the contributions made by the Chinese communities to this country in all the past years. So Trinidad and Tobago, along with some other countries in the Caribbean, is renowned for its highly diversified society and can be regarded as an example where the Chinese, like many other ethnic groups, has been so seamlessly integrated into the society that it has become an integral part of Trinidad and Tobago instead of an immigrant community. So recent years have seen the coming of a number of Chinese enterprises as well as new immigrations from China. Both have made new contributions to the social and economic development of TT. And I'm glad to see the excellent relations between TT society and the newcomers, as well as between the old and the new Chinese communities. So I would like to take this chance to wish every member of the Chinese community and the Chinese enterprises, as well as our TT friends, a very auspicious year of Tiger. 新年快乐.
Excellency, can I ask you, what plans do you have in place for further development for Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, China-TT Comprehensive Cooperative Partnership is in its best times in history. So as the Chinese ambassador here, my mission is to further promote the existing good relations between China and the TT. As President Xi Jinping once said, friendship, which derives from close contacts between the peoples, holds the key to sound state-to-state relations. So in the new year, I wish to pool resources and strengths with all parties for an even closer tie between our two peoples. As I just said, Trinidad and Tobago is famous for its highly diversified society, and each ethnic group has contributed to this marvelous cultural mosaic. I believe nothing could better represent TT culture than the carnival. So coincidentally, the Chinese Spring Festival is very close to the carnival. So it's my wish to further enhance our cultural exchanges by inviting performing arts group troops from China to visit Trinidad and Tobago soon after the pandemic is eased. By doing so, we wish to give people a real taste of Chinese culture and art. I would also like to mention that we have a good foundation for this undertaking. We have seen active cultural exchanges in the past decade, and we have institutions like Dai Ailian foundations and to provide assistance. So I'm confident that cultural exchanges will bring our peoples even closer. So another endeavor would be the former sister city relationship between Shanghai and the Port of Spain. As we know, Port of Spain is the shipping hub of the Caribbean and has the country's largest Chinese community, while Shanghai city is the most developed and attractive one in China. So the twinning of the two cities will provide a solid foundation for us to design and carry out all types of substantial cooperation programs in the future.
Your Excellency, before I thank you for your time, there's just one final question I have for you. Are there any concerns which you think need to be addressed for Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, as a Chinese ambassador, I really appreciate the hospitality and the friendship from all parts of Trinidad and Tobago to the Chinese communities here. Sometimes I feel a little bit pitiful that after living in Trinidad and Tobago for 3 or even more generations, most members of the Chinese communities can hardly speak or understand Mandarin anymore. So Chinese language is not only beautiful but also, an important tool, especially when China-TT relationship and cooperations are developing so fast. So I'm glad to see that Chinese is being taught at the Confucius Institute at the Universities of West Indies. One of their students, TT Ambassador to China, Annalisa Low, speaks very good Chinese. She is very popular now in China due to her language advantage. So I have worked in many other countries before I came to TT. For example, when I worked in New Zealand, where a Chinese language week is officially launched nationwide. So I hope similar programs could take place in TT to facilitate the learning of the Chinese culture and the language. So for our TT friends, this will open new windows to understand China and new bridges for better communication between our two peoples. So last but not the least, let me wish our friends in TT all the good luck in the year of Tiger. Thank you very much.
Excellency, I want to thank you so much again for taking your time to speak with me on MCTV News. And once again, I want to wish you and the entire Chinese community a healthy, happy, and prosperous Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. I wish you a happy and prosperous, most importantly, a healthy New Year of Tiger.
So much.
Bye-bye.
And speaking to us on MCTV News, the Chinese ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago, His Excellency Fang Qiu. Do stay with us. We take a short commercial break.
Been doing this for about 10 years and absolutely thrilled to be doing this and our lighting ceremony. Wishing you a happy, more importantly, healthy and prosperous New Year in the year of the Tiger.
E venho aqui desejar, nessa virada de ano chinês, muito amor, muita saúde, muita paz. Desejar a todos os chineses, Xin Yan Kuai Le.
过年好，
过年好，
大吉大利，
恭喜发财，
虎年大吉，幸福安康。
Весь китайский народ. Мы рады, что сделали такой вот прекрасный праздник на мэрии нашего столицы города Киева. И поэтому желаем еще раз в следующем году всем вам здоровья, здоровья, здоровья. Чунь Кен Хау.